What's up? In today's episode, I'm going to try to explain how all the Xiaomi smart products work in the Xiaomi Smarthome ecosystem. We're going to look at how these work and how you can set them up. So I started off buying the Xiaomi air purifier earlier this summer. This connects over Wi-Fi, so you can control it with a mobile app, which is great, so you can turn it on when you're in the taxi back home, for example. The Xiaomi Home App also contains their mobile store, so I was quickly ordering product after product after product. You can kinda call it Xiaomi's smart home invasion. By now, my coffee machine is turned on the moment I get out of bed in the morning. When I get home after 5 p.m., the door sensor automatically turns on the lights in the hall, and as soon as I walk into the kitchen, the living room, or the bathroom, the motion sensors there will tell the lights to turn on. My air conditioner can automatically turn on when the temperature sensor notices that it's too hot or too cold. I've removed all the old power strips for new Xiaomi strips with fast charging USB ports. I know when the plants need water because of the Xiaomi plant monitoring device, and I can turn on the cooker when I'm on my way home. And all of this can be controlled and set up from within a single app, the Xiaomi Mi Home App. This app is like the mothership of all the Xiaomi devices, as most of them can be controlled and automated through it. I noticed there's a lot of people wondering how these devices work and how you can set them up, which is actually quite easy. Most devices work standalone, where the switches and sensors do need to connect to a sort of a base station called the gateway. This gateway works as a hub for the switches and sensors, but it can also function as a nightlight. It can be set up to be your doorbell ringer, alarm clock, and home alarm, and it even plays Chinese internet radio. Well, if you wanted to, that is. You can easily install it by plugging it into a socket and setting it up through the Xiaomi Home App. The sensors and switches can then connect to the gateway and be used to control all kinds of devices. How this is actually set up is quite simple. All the switches and sensors communicate with the gateway through their own network. The gateway itself is the only device in this group that is actually connected to your internet router. Any other Xiaomi smart home devices can be connected to the router as well and receive commands from both the sensors as well as the app. Through the app, we can control all these devices and set up their automation. This allows you to set up all kinds of rules and parameters in scenes. We could, for example, set up this door and window sensor in our window and program a rule that the air purifier needs to be turned off when the window is open. Let's first look at all the different sensors and switches that Xiaomi has to offer at this moment. The door and window sensor can perform a task when a door is opened, closed, or when it's open longer than a minute. The light switch or doorbell unit can perform 3 tasks on a single click, double click, or long press. It's a portable device, but it can be attached to a wall with the included double-sided tape. The motion or human body sensor can perform a task when motion is detected or when no motion has been detected for a certain amount of time. The cube is the most gimmicky one of the sensors. It's a controlling cube that can be programmed to perform 6 different types of tasks. Turning it 90 degrees, 180 degrees, shaking it, tapping it on a surface, moving it, and pushing it are all ways to control your devices. Like I said, it's pretty much a gimmick, but I actually use it quite often as it sits on my desk right in front of me. I use it to turn on the AC by tapping it, turning the lights on or off by turning it 90 degrees, dim the lights by moving it forward, turn on the air filter by shaking it, etc. The temperature sensor tells you what the temperature and the humidity of your room inside the app. It can also be used in conjunction with other devices to perform a certain task when a certain temperature or humidity is reached. This brings me to the AC partner or AC control gateway. This device can be plugged in the power socket where your AC is normally connected and connect your AC with this gateway. This is not just a Wi-Fi enabled power socket, as it can actually fully control your AC over infrared and even monitor its actual power usage. It also behaves as a base station and has much of that functionality. It can act as your doorbell, home security alarm, and yes, it also plays internet radio. And then there's also this built-in electrical switch. This light switch unit can be built into your wall and functions as a regular light switch with Wi-Fi, making every light a smart light. It works as a regular analog light switch, but it can also be controlled and programmed through the app and completely integrate in that smart home environment. This can be great if you have existing lights you want to be able to control with the app, and it also comes with a Wi-Fi only version of that switch. This pretty much has the same functionality as the round switch that we just saw, but then it's got a different design. All of these input devices kind of behave as an on-off switch, and they're pretty easy to set up. First, you gotta make sure that you've got the Xiaomi app installed and that you've added the devices to the app. You can go to My Devices in the first tab, click the plus symbol in the right corner to add a new device, then select the device from the list and input your Wi-Fi network name and password to set it up. When you've added all your devices, you can go to Profile, Automation, click on the plus symbol in the right corner to add a new task. In the first row, you can select the starting condition, and in the second row, what task needs to be performed when that condition is met. So a starting condition could be that the sensor in my hall detects motion. So I'm going to select that, and I'm going to say that motion detected. But I only want this to happen after 5. So I'm going to right swipe on that, and I can select the time period. There I can set the time period at which I want this rule to be active. So now in the list below, I'm going to select the task that I want it to run. So I'm going to select my hall light, and I'm going to say turn it on. And I'm going to select the second hall light and turn that one on as well. Now I'm going to save it, and that means that from now on, between 5 and 1, if motion is detected in the hall, the lights will go on. Now I would add another rule so that if no motion is detected by that sensor after 2 minutes, the lights will go off again. We might need certain rules just to apply on weekends or just on Mondays, for example. We can also set that up under the time span and make these rules perfectly aligned with your personal preference. As you could just see, we can set up multiple tasks to run per rule, including sending a notification to your phone or running a whole scene of different tasks at the same time. Most part of the app is translated to English, but there are some small flaws here and there. But for the majority of the home devices, the translation is already there. So what products does Xiaomi have? Well, Xiaomi went all out over the last 2 years, from their air purifiers, water purifiers, smart kettle, robot vacuum cleaner, rice cookers, scale, power sockets, remote controller, humidifier, webcams, headphones, earbuds, speakers, bags and scarves, clothes, fitness trackers, smartwatches, desk lights, light bulbs, power banks, routers, game controller, TV box, notebooks, segways, bikes, VR devices, a washing machine, a planted flower monitor, smart TV sets, and toothbrush. Oh, and let's not forget the Xiaomi drone. Believe it or not, but this is far from everything they've launched over the last 2 years. Most of these products have either Wi-Fi or Bluetooth built in. The Xiaomi portfolio of smart home products is growing at lightning speed. Oh, did I mention they've kept on releasing phones and tablets in the meantime as well? Almost at the same pace? I do have to mention I'm not sponsored, asked, or endorsed by Xiaomi to make this video. However, Xiaomi, if you're watching this, I do love to do beta tests and check out some upcoming products for you guys. Also, if you need any videos done, you can find me right here in Shanghai. There's still a few products I don't have either, so, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something about Xiaomi today. It was a pretty long video, so thank you guys for watching. If you want me to do more of these videos, subscribe to the channel so that I know that you guys want me to do more videos. Does that make sense? I think it does. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon. Peace!